Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks for watching this video. Before I present the research result, I will introduce myself. My name is Supriyatin from Cirebon College of Health Science. In this research, with my teamwork is Idris Hendriana and Hani from College of Health Science of Imam Bonjol Education Foundation of Majalengka. Yeni Elianti from Bengkulu Bakti Husada College of Health Science and Lily Amalia from Mahardika College of Health Science of Cirebon. This research is about relationship between the head of family knowledge on dengue fever, hemorrhagic fever, and the implementation of dengue hemorrhagic fever presentation. Dengue fever is still a problem that occurs in Indonesia. Dengue fever is disease caused by the dengue virus which is spread by the Aedes aegypti mosquito, which can attack children and adults with mild to severe symptoms. Dengue fever is found in many tropical and subtropical areas where the rainfall was quite high. The first time that dengue fever occurred in Indonesia was in city Surabaya in 1916, with the number of cases as many as 58 people, with 24 of them died. West Java province is an endemic area. All district cities in this area report the occurrence of dengue cases. Based on data derived from the Directorate General of Disease Prevention and Control, the Ministry of Health of the Republic of Indonesia. Based on data derived from Kadipaten Community Health Center Unit, the number of patients with dengue fever from 2014 until 2018 were as forward. There were 3 people in 2014. There were 9 people in 2015. There were 45 in 2016. There were 9 people in 2017 and there were 41 people in 2018. Besides on that data, it was so that the dengue hemorrhagic fever patient has increased. In essence, the dengue hemorrhagic fever transmission cannot be spread from big knowledge, education, and behavior as well as the environmental conditions at which the community lives. The increase in the number of cases of dengue hemorrhagic fever is strongly suspect to be related to community behavior factor in carrying out the eradication of mosquito nest, which is the still poor community prevention behavior regarding dengue fever in the rural area. Kadipaten Community Health Center Unit is strongly influenced by of community knowledge, which in general is still lacking regarding the dengue fever. The process of knowledge input is a fundamental problem in the prevention of dengue fever. Family behavior is very important. Where family need of the know correctly how to keep their house and environment free from dengue fever mosquito larvae. Lack of understanding of the head of family and its member is one of the factors that trigger the incident of dengue fever. There are many factors that can affect the success of eradicating dengue fever, one of which is the lack of knowledge of the head of family about the prevention of dengue fever. Before has a large enough impact 30 until 35% on health status, so that effort are needed to change behavior from unhealthy behavior to healthy behavior. A process besides on the positive attitude and awareness knowledge relative out of the country. If the behavior is not beside of awareness and knowledge, it will not last. A primary study conducted by outdoor in the work area of Kadipaten Community Health Center unit among 20 respondents with dengue fever saw the 8 people 40% were quite good at preventing dengue fever, and there were 12 respondents, 60%, who were not good at preventing dengue fever is indication by a dirty house, did not lose water resources, used the item that correct rainwater or left activity to drain bathtub or the water reservoir were not carried on regularly. The result of interview with 12 dengue fever patients show the 8 people did know about the proper and correct prevention of dengue fever. In this big one, the author is interested in research with title The Relationship Between the Head of Family Knowledge on the Hemorrhagic Fever and the Implementation in the New Fever Prevention in the Work Area of Kadipaten Community Health Center Unit Majalengka Regency in 2019. The research is the method correlative descriptive research with cross-sectional design. Is the method used in this study. All family head in the work area of Kadipaten Community Health Center unit in 2019, namely 14 those 802 head of family of population with a PIP sample of 99 people. Comparative sampling was carried out using univariate data and analyzed using a frequency distribution while bivariate that used chi-square with alpha 0.05. The result of this research is the result of the study conducted in the work area of Kadipaten Community Health Center Unit, Majalengka Regency in 2019 is the description of the implementation of dengue fever prevention, namely 53 people, 53 5% were not good at preventing dengue fever. The description of the head of family knowledge showed that a small proportion of respondents, namely 14 people, 14.1%, and less knowledge. There were 36 respondents, 80.0%, who had good knowledge on the implementation of the new fever prevention, while for people 28.6%, while for respondents 28.6% had less knowledge of the implementation of the new fever prevention in the work area of Kadipaten Community Health Center Unit Majalengka Regency in 2019. The proportion of respondents from the result of this study shows the implementation of prevention of dengue fever was higher among respondents with no good knowledge than those with less knowledge. The difference in proportion show a significant finding in as seen from the chi-square test, namely with a p-value 0.000 or p less than 0.05, which means that the null hypothesis for reject order was a relationship between knowledge and implementation of dengue fever prevention in the work area of Kadipaten Community Health Center Unit Majalengka Regency in 2019. The result of research on among the head of family, it can be described that more than half of the responded 53.5% were not good at preventing dengue fever in the work area Kadipaten Community Health Center Unit Majalengka Regency in 2019. Respondents who were not good at preventing dengue fever due to the lack of information obtained, the educational background, the role of health worker, which is the optimal during health education activity regarding dengue fever prevention. The tea house condition, which can be a breeding ground for Aedes mosquitoes, leaving the item and place that can hold water. The practice will have an impact on the risk of contracted by dengue fever. Therefore, the many effort of healthcare provider in raising respondent knowledge on the incident of dengue fever. They should even more intensive in conducting counseling and health education, increase the number of information facilities and instructors such as through making distributing leaflet, posting live picture about hazard and dengue fever prevention method in public area so that people can easily get information. In the current era of technology, effort to provide information can be implemented by using audio media. Arnelewati et al. 2019 conducted a study on education using audiovisual. The result of this study indicate a significant increase in change in attitude and family action in preventing dengue hemorrhagic fever prevention using audiovisual media. The result of this study is that there is a relationship between the respondents' knowledge and the implementation of fever prevention in the work area community Kadipaten Community Health Center Unit, Majalengka, Regency in 2019. This is understandable because respondents who had good knowledge become the basis for behavior, especially in the prevention of dengue fever, while those with less knowledge tended to be poor in the prevention of dengue fever. There was not gap between the theory and the result of study conducted in the field. Thus, a symptom of relationship between knowledge and the implementation of dengue fever prevention in the work area of Kadipaten Community Health Center Unit, Majalengka Regency in 2019, who hypothetically evidence the result of this study can be interpreted that the better the knowledge, the better the effort to prevent dengue fever and the respondent were not prone the dengue fever disease. Would you like to convey the presentation of the result of this? Thank you for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.